Well, hey guys, what's going on? Jamie here. Wanted to do my Friday recap video. We got a lot of platforms to talk about. I think I have 21 platforms right now that are paying me crypto on a daily and weekly passive basis. We'll cover some of them. Not actually, we'll cover all of them. And that's not counting some of the other platforms that I'm in that I'm staking crypto on, which I probably should start talking about some of those platforms as well. I don't know. Um, anyway, we'll probably start talking about them as we move forward. So let's go ahead and jump into these different platforms, guys. Okay. Now, again, I'll talk about some of these platforms that are, having some issues. Some of these platforms are kind of changing some of their rules, some for the better, some for the worse. We'll go into all of them. But of course, I want to start off by saying that I am not a financial advisor. Never take anything I say as financial advice. If you are going to get into anything that I talk about or anything in crypto for that matter, anything that allows you to make passive income, just know that there is risk involved. There's no such thing as a risk-free, guaranteed way to make passive crypto income. There's risk in everything. So do your own research, do your own due diligence, identify whether you have the tolerance for this space. And if you don't, then don't get into any of these things, okay? But if you do, only put in risk capital, guys, funds you can afford to lose. Also follow me on Telegram. I will leave a link for that down below. As you guys noticed, I've been doing a lot of updates over on Telegram. I think moving forward, as I mentioned in my last video, I'm going to be doing a lot of updates on Telegram and probably again, I'm not saying that I'm gonna totally not do any YouTube videos anymore, but I like the way Telegram allows me to, regulate who sees my videos. And of course, some of these different platforms, we're not allowed to post updates on social media or promote them publicly. So again, Telegram is the best way for me to talk about those things. So follow me on Telegram, stay plugged in. Again, I'm going to be doing a lot more over on Telegram moving forward. And of course, if you haven't subscribed yet to this channel, go ahead and subscribe, hit the little bell icon, all that good stuff. So anyway, let's go ahead and jump into these different platforms. We'll talk about each one. Some of them, I don't have, really too many updates to give you, which is a good thing in this space, because in this space, no news is good news, right? If I don't give you an update or if there's not much to talk about, that means there's not really much going on and the platform is performing. It's doing what it's supposed to be doing. So some of these platforms will kind of just rapid fire through, and some of them will talk a little bit more at length, but we'll jump into all of them. Quick look at the market. You can see here Bitcoin right now just shy of 28K. A little bit down over the last 7 days, but not too bad. Ethereum, just under $1,900. BNB over that $300 mark. So again, I don't think we're clear of the bear market just yet. I think we're going to still be in kind of this sideways downwards market for quite a bit. And then we're going to take off. We're going to take off. And, for me, I'm just accumulating coins, accumulating tokens, filling my bags. So when that happens, it's gonna be awesome. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and jump into it. A couple of different tools I want to bring up real quick before I jump into these different platforms. This is a crypto debit card. We've talked about this before. This is Ultimo Pay. Cool thing about this card is you'll get an offshore banking account, and the withdrawal thresholds from the ATM are very high. I think it's 20K per day you can withdraw from an ATM. Not, I mean, I don't know what you would do with that, but the fact that you can do it is pretty cool. If there's an emergency or something and you need to use your crypto and you need to off ramp it real quick, this might be something you might want to check out. So again, this is Ultimo Pay. Again, I did a couple of videos on this. You can check them out on my channel. This is unbanked. This is another crypto debit card that we've been using now for quite a while, almost 2 years, I think. I gotta check, but something that I've had in my wallet. It's a physical crypto debit card. Cool thing about this one here is you get crypto back whenever you use the card. So I'm staking on the platform. You got to be staking on the platform. If you're staking on the platform, you can earn up to 6.38% in rewards whenever you spend your crypto. So yeah, this is another one. Again, this one's available only in the US. Ultimo Pay is available worldwide. You can use it anywhere. Visa is accepted. So again, these are some crypto debit cards you can add to your tool belt. Um, there was another one that I was talking about before, which was man, the name slips my mind right now. Infinity cards. So again, they haven't opened up the US right now, so we haven't really talked about, we put them on the back burner until they say that the US is open. Um, we'll start talking about it again. However, outside of the US, it's running. People are using the card. If you go to their Telegram, people are putting up videos of them using the card at, different stores and using it in ATMs. So again, if you're not in the US, that card is working. So in that sense, maybe I'll give you an update here and there because I do have a lot of subscribers outside of the US that might benefit from using that card. But again, if those of you guys that are in the US, that card is not available just yet. This is not a crypto platform. This is Savings Highway Global. This is just another service that you might take advantage of. Allows you to save money on bills you're probably paying already. And give me 1 second here. Let me just turn something off. It allows you to save money on bills you're paying for already. And the average titanium member, I'm a titanium member, the average titanium member saves anywhere from five to $10,000 per year on things that they spend for anyway. So for me, the way I look at it is saving 5 to 10K a year is like making 5 to 10K a year. If you can save that 5 to 10K a year and maybe buy more crypto with it or what have you, hey, it's always a good thing. So anyway, you can check this out. Last but not least, guys, this is something that I've been in for quite a bit since 2019. We have a very sizable team in this. We have over 7,000 affiliates in our downline. But again, if you don't want to participate on the network marketing side, you can just stack gold and silver. You guys know what's going on in the world right now. I mean, I don't like to talk about the news, or I'm not really big on doom and gloom and FUD and all that stuff. You guys know that if you've been on my channel. But if you pay attention to what's going on in the world right now, there's a lot of countries, especially these BRICS countries, that are um, moving away from the dollar, right? They don't want to use the US dollar. A lot of people are saying the US dollar is no longer going to be the world currency. Again, you might have an opinion one way or the other about that. Just know that if the dollar value goes down, typically the cost, not the cost, the value of gold and silver goes up, right? Again, not a financial advisor, do your own homework and research. But if what people are saying in the news happens, right, be a good time to be stacking gold and silver because again the value of gold and silver goes up as the USD goes down. So again, we're just accumulating precious metals. We're accumulating all of it. Okay. All right, guys. So let's talk about these crypto platforms. I know you're here for crypto content. Those are my shameless little plugs. But let's talk about crypto, guys. This is what you're here for. So I did a video on a drip. I think it was yesterday or not yesterday. I think it was the day before. Yeah, drip is doing its thing. You can see it's still kind of bouncing around that 40 cent mark. We'll see if it, finally finds a floor. But there's a lot that's going to be coming around the corner. I know the Plinko game they've talked about at length. Um, don't have an exact, hard date for that. But that should be the next thing that launches from the ecosystem. And then finally, the new UI along with the D3. Is it D3 or 3D? Drip, drop, drip. What's it called? Drip, draw, drip, something like that. That contract, which I'm pretty excited about because it's going to support the price of drip. It does a lot for drip. It takes a lot of drip out of circulation. It helps lock a lot of drip into the faucet. I mean, go through the white paper, guys. I think you'll see what I'm talking about. But that'll finally launch. That'll be pretty exciting. And again, it brings new utility to drip. So it'll be fun. But yeah, drip is doing its thing. I have several maxed accounts. I have a couple of accounts that have already maxed out 365%. It's doing what it's doing, right? And again, it's been about 2 years um, that this thing has been operating. And in those 2 years, Forex has never changed the rules. He's never stopped withdrawals. He's never suspended withdrawals. He's never changed the tax. He's never changed any of that. Yes, there's been a lot of volatility with the token, but that's crypto. That's the way it is. But the contract itself, paying out 1% a day till you hit 365%, it's operating, right? And for me, as long as I can withdraw from a platform, I'm good, right? So this one here, we're just about to start another maxed account. We have a bunch of maxed accounts already that we're managing. And you might say, well, why do you keep maxing out these accounts? Why do you keep starting new accounts? Because I can't really hydrate anymore into my account, right? Once you hit 100%, you can't really, hydrate back into it. So what am I going to do? Just let it sit in my wallet and do nothing? No, I might as well earn 1% on it. So I'll start a new account, right? Again, you don't necessarily have to do that, but for me, again, I'm not going to hydrate back into a maxed account. So, why not do it? And that being said, if you want to, get airdrops from us or qualify for airdrops or be in the running for airdrops, use my buddy address. I'll leave it down below. There's my shameless little plug on my buddy address. But you don't have to use it. You can use someone else's. That's fine as well. But Drip continues to do its thing. We'll talk about more. We'll talk more about Drip in standalone videos as we move forward. Again, I'm going to do a lot of Drip updates over on Telegram, so make sure you're plugged in over there as well. Animal Farm just shy of 65 million in TVL. This is another platform that, again, I'm not really selling my native tokens right now. I mean, it's down in price, so why should I sell them? I'll kind of just wait and see what happens. But in any case, I'm just getting BNB and BUSD dividends from the farm, so I'll come in here every other day or so, pull out my BUSD, pull out my BNB, and just let my dogs and pigs stake and do its thing. For me, it's like free money, right? A lot of that BUSD and BNB, I didn't really pay for. So I mean, um, you know, it's tokens that I mined, not mined, I farmed, right? When the original Animal Farm was up, and I was just mining. What am I saying? Farming. I was farming on the farm, and then I took them and staked them, right? So again, for me, it's just free BUSD and BNB. At least that's the way I look at it. But yeah, lots to come for the ecosystem. Again, Piggy Plinko, and then there's a lot of other things that they're going to be launching. We'll talk about that more. But yeah, Drip Network and the ecosystem, I'm still feeling pretty bullish on it as a whole. Uh, Bit Sports, let's talk a little bit about this one here. This one here was set to launch a few days ago. They had some issues. I think they said on their Telegram there was a DDoS attack. And because of that DDoS attack, the website went down. But it was in and out. The website was in and out. And, for me, I was able to log in a couple of times. This one here, you make up to 2.4% per day, 6 days a week. Cool thing about this one is number one, it just started. Second thing is with up to 2.4% a day, 6 days a week, you could probably hit ROI pretty quick. And the third one is I do know um, an unofficial team member. He's not officially on the team, but my sponsor is someone who, I've kind of dealt with now for quite a while. He was my sponsor in another deal. We've kind of talked, we've been going back and forth on social media for quite a while. And then when this came up, he was like, hey, I don't know if you'd be open to taking a look at this, but this is something I'm getting into. And I kind of drilled him and asked him, hey, what's your role here? Are you on the team? What are you doing here? Because I know that he's very experienced in these type of programs. And he said, look, I'm not an official member, but I am someone who I'm privy to see what's going on the backside, and I am advising them. So yeah, this should be good. There's actually a live Zoom going on today at 2 p.m. for this one, 2 p.m. Eastern. So I'll post that link over on our Telegram. But I think, and again, I don't want to jinx it, right? But I think everything is working right now. Last time I checked, the deposits were working. Withdrawals have been, people have been testing out the withdrawals. They've been working as well. So I think they have most of their kinks worked out. They did post on their Telegram that said, hey, give us 48 to 72 hours. But I think they were trying to um, uh, under promise and over deliver because I think they got everything done. Um, anyway, that being said, there's going to be a Zoom overview and Q&A for this at 2 p.m. live. So I'll go ahead and post that link over on our Telegram after this video. And if you want to plug in there, this is again a brand new platform you might want to check out. So it looks pretty awesome. Anyway, we'll talk about that more as we move forward. Liquidix, this is another platform that I feel pretty good about. Again, this one, you're not going to get any degen numbers. You're not making 2, 3, 4, 5% a day. You're going to make up to 7.5% per month. But the cool thing about this is the funds that you put in that are being traded with, you can actually withdraw it out of the platform. It's not locked in to the platform, which is pretty cool. Again, I want to be very clear. When you make a deposit into Liquidix, right now, by the way, no one can make a deposit. Okay, right now, it's only pre-register. In about 2 weeks or so is when they're going to launch or pre-launch, officially pre-launch, and then we can make a deposit. When you make a deposit into this platform, 70% goes into trading. and 30% goes into the referral program. Okay. Now, the 70% that goes into trading, again, you can pull that out whenever you want to. So again, you're not locked into the platform, which is pretty cool. So again, if you would like to get into brand new platforms, I'm trying to give you some of these platforms that are just launching. Now, again, I want to set expectations. When you have programs that are just launching, like a BitSports or like a Liquidix, there might be some road bumps. There might be some hiccups. That's how it is when you first launch something. Okay, you don't want to. If you don't want to deal with that, wait for 6 months when all the kinks are worked out. But you're not getting in at the very beginning, right? So again, you gotta. It's a give and take, right? Anyway, Liquidix, this one here, if you want to check this out, you can lock your position for $20, 20 USDT. And then again, you'll get a link. You can start building your team. By the time it launches in 2 weeks or so, you'll be locked and loaded. You can make a deposit. And again, the numbers, they look very sustainable. You get paid up to 7.5% per month. The referral program isn't, it's not overpaying or it's not crazy. So again, if you're looking for something that potentially can have longevity and sustainability, again, I can't guarantee anything. I'm just an affiliate, just like everybody else. But it certainly looks like they're doing things the right way. So anyway, we'll talk about this more as we move forward and we get closer to the launch. This is Liquidix. I'll leave a link for this down below as well. Let's talk a little bit about Vidilook. This is another platform we've been talking about quite a bit. You can see here the VDL token is at 63 cents, right? 0.6334. When I first saw this program, it was at 0.2666, right? So you can see there, it's, what is that, almost 140% in like a month's time, right? That's pretty crazy as far as the price of the token going up, coupled with the fact that you're making 3% a day every day. You can see how you can ROI pretty quick. Now, again, I can't guarantee the price of this token continuing to go up. I don't know, right? But certainly, if you got in at the very beginning, at least when I first started talking about it, you would have definitely ROI'd. You would have definitely hit your break-even point because again, 3% a day in a month is almost 100%. Plus, these tokens have done well over 100%. Um, so again, this thing is working. Again, you can trade out your VDL tokens for USDT TRC20 right on the platform, and you can withdraw it. I've done many videos showing that, so go check out some of those videos. So you don't necessarily have to hold on to these VDL tokens unless you want to, right? I had someone say, "Well, what do you do with these tokens? Can you sell them? Are you stuck with them?" You can hold them, right? If you think the price is going to appreciate, sell them later. I don't know. Or you could just go ahead and just swap it out for USDT and withdraw it out to your wallet. Totally up to you. But again, this platform is working. It's paying. It's pretty smooth. So yeah, we'll give you more updates on this as we move forward. This one here, I'll leave directions down below. If you want to get involved, you do need to download the app on your phone first. Once you download the Vidilook app on your phone and create your account, you can then log into your back office on a computer, also on your phone if you want, but now you can get on a computer. But initially, you do need to download it on your phone first, okay? So anyway, this is Vidilook. It's been doing well. If you're in our Telegram, you know that I post, the price of these tokens often, but it's been pretty crazy. Anyway, let's move on. This one here is Mainnet. Mainnet, this is another platform, over 50,000 members worldwide. They just did an event over in Egypt. The owner is doxed. He's running events, doing Zooms, doing YouTube interviews. I mean, he's pretty out there. And he has a digital footprint on Instagram and Facebook. A lot of times when you get involved with these platforms, you see these quote unquote owners, right? Um, they have their social media profile up, but they started their social media profile when their platform launched, right? So they don't have much of a digital footprint. Well, the guy behind this one here, I mean, his Instagram account goes back, I think 2017 or something like that. His Facebook account goes back pretty far as well, and he's pretty well known. So this one here, again, you average 10% a month. Last month they did 11%, so that was pretty cool. And withdrawals are pretty smooth. Not pretty smooth, they're very smooth. Cool thing about this one here is, I do have a quote unquote connect in the platform that if there is an issue, he can come and handle it for me or for us. If there's an issue that you come up with, obviously I'm there to help. So it's always good to have that type of help from the inside if an issue arises. But so far, no real major issues have risen. Only issue that came up a little while ago was, you have as far as your wallet address, okay, and it wasn't a platform wide. I think there was one or two people that mentioned it to me. You do need to check your wallet address to make sure it's yours. When you withdraw, if the wallet has changed, let us, let them know, let support know ASAP so they can fix it. Um, but again, it wasn't a platform wide thing. I think there was one or two people. But other than that, it's going smooth. I was just in my back office earlier. Team is growing. Everything is working fantastic with it. This can potentially be another long-term play for us. That's pretty awesome. Anyway, if you want to check out mainnet, I will leave a link down below. This one here, CloudFi. Um, is this do I consider this a hype? Um, it's probably to me it looks like a sustainable hype, right? Sustainable in the sense that you're making 25% a month, which compared to other hypes, I've seen some things that pay out 4 or 5% an hour, right? Like those things are not going to last. I'm not saying they're not good to get into. They're in and out plays, right? You get in, you jump in, make your profit, jump out. Um, but those are typically the hypes that are around in the crypto space. This one here, 1.25% a day, 5 days a week. Is it 5 days? Yeah, 5 days a week. That's pretty sustainable, right? Again, we don't know how long it's going to sustain itself, but it looks pretty sustainable to me. But I would maybe consider it a hype because again, we don't have any transparency as far as who's behind the platform, how they create their profit. They do have a Discord. They don't have a Telegram. But this one here reminds me a lot of Pegasus, which is a platform that was out about a year ago or a year and a half ago. We did pretty well with that. There was a lot of people on our team who, when they got in, when we first started talking about it, they did well. Also, instant withdrawals. Again, it's a very as far as like user experience with the back office, it's very easy to navigate through, very easy to use. So again, we'll see what happens here. But this one here is, it's fairly new. When I first started talking about it, I only started talking about it recently. And when I first took a look at it, it was only 3 weeks old. So if you like to get into things that are, relatively new, this might be another one that you might want to take a look at. But CloudFi is doing its thing. It's paying. Draws are good. No real major updates to cover. Amano World. This is another platform that pays at about 10% a month. They just started a promo this month for Thailand. You're into promos and that sort of thing. It looks pretty easy to hit too. But yeah, if you want to check this out, this one here, um, it's fairly new. It was launched, I think, at the back end of November 2022, so it's about 4 months old. They've been growing organically. They have like 3,000 members. So again, it's still a relatively young platform. I like to get into platforms when they're new or when they're young. Some platforms, I might jump into a little bit later, but for the most part, I like to get in at the early stages because again, that's where you hedge your bet and you can hit your break even point, and then be in profit, every day thereafter. So hopefully that'll work out with this one as well. But again, the numbers, they look pretty sustainable as well. 10% a month, nothing crazy. There's a couple things I have, like I just showed you Vidilook that pays out 3% a day. So I'll jump into some of these things that pay out much more aggressively. But I like to have a couple things in my portfolio that pay out 10% a month, 12% a month, 15% a month. And again, if they could run for a long time, I'm good with that, right? So Amano World, this one here, if you want to check out, I will leave a link down below. Let's talk a little bit about Novatech. We talked about them a little bit earlier in the week. This one here, as you guys know, they're still trying to clear out the queue for withdrawals. You can withdraw out from your trading balance now. However, you can't pull out the whole thing. If you look at the post that I put, you'll kind of see how this thing works. You can pull out 5% of your trading balance this month. And next month, you'll be able to pull out 10%. The following month, you'll be able to pull out, I believe, 15%. And then as the months go by, you'll be able to pull out more. So they're allowing you to pull out from it, but just not all at once. Okay, that'll just put a big hit on the platform, I believe, and they want to, you know, give people access to it, but let them do it in stages. Okay. Again, their goal is to have this platform running and to have everybody pull out of their trading account balance in one shot. That would just it would be a big hit. So it makes sense in that sense. Do I wish that we can pull out our trading balance, the whole thing? Of course, right? But if there's things that they can put in place that'll allow this thing to run longer, I'm okay for that as well. So again, I have a pretty sizable amount in my trading account. I just looked in our bonus account. This is Friday. I was making this video, so they paid out. I think it was under 2% that they paid out for this week. So again, market's down. That's pretty understandable. But hopefully they can clear out all the withdrawals in the queue and get our payouts. The ones that were pending, this whole time, they did add it to the trading account balance. So the new withdrawals, hopefully they'll be able to clear that out. I haven't checked. I probably should have checked before this video. I should have checked if I got my last withdrawal that I made, but I'll check after this video. But anyway, Novatech, again, this one here is another platform that's still doing its thing, and hopefully they'll be around for many more. I don't want to say years because I don't know. I can't. I don't know how long they're going to be around, but hopefully they'll be around long enough for us to continue to make passive income with them. Okay, EasyBot. This one here again. This is another platform. No real major updates. You can watch the replay of this in the back office. They do Zooms all the time, so the latest Zoom replay is loaded up in the back office. You can check that out. But again, EasyBot's another platform. You're probably going to make 5% a month on average, maybe a little bit more, but you're not going to make any crazy, 3, 4, 5% a day returns with this. This one here is, 5 to 6% a month you'll make. But again, there is a market for people that like that type of return. So if this is something you want to check out, I will leave a link down below as well. Debtbox, IX Global Debtbox is another long-term position for me. I'm just mining away. I have my nodes set up and we're just continuing to accumulate tokens. This one here, they do have a promo, I believe, up till the 14th. So there's still 1 week left. The XPLR and the aluminum licenses are $1,000 off. So if you want to, take advantage of that promo, you have until the 14th of this month, so about a week. But yeah, this one here, continues to perform. It continues to do its thing. No real major updates other than that. So we'll keep you posted. But again, for me, I'm just mining away on the tokens that I have licenses for. All right, guys, Team Validus. This one here, just want to remind you guys that you can make a withdrawal still. You have until 2 p.m. Eastern today to make a withdrawal. They open up a 24-hour window every week for you to withdraw. It's 2 p.m. Eastern on Thursday to 2 p.m. Eastern Friday. That 24-hour window you can withdraw out, and again, your Bitcoin hits your wallet. It's not instant, but it's pretty fast. So again, every single withdrawal that I requested has hit my wallet. This one here, you make 10% a month. Been around for quite a while, almost a year and a half now. I think maybe even over a year and a half. So again, these platforms that are paying 10% a month, 12% a month, for whatever reason, they've been able to be sustainable. Not all of them, but the vast majority of them have, right? There's a bunch here that I'm showing on this video that pay similar type of results that have been around for, quite a while. But yeah, Validus is doing its thing. If you want to check this out, I will leave a link down below. All right, so let's talk a little bit about TT Global. This one here, you make 7.5% to 12.5% per month. I did an update on this. I did a couple of them already. So this is not a new update, but just want to remind you guys two things. Number one, you can withdraw out of this platform Monday through Thursday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you can. Okay, so Monday through Thursday is when you could make a request. Now, moving forward, they do have a 50-50 rule now where 50% of your balance you can withdraw, or your rewards that you earn, 50% of it you can withdraw, 50% of it you have to throw it back into the platform and compound. So there's two wallets now in your back office. There's a wallet one, there's a wallet two. The contents of, I believe it's wallet one, you can withdraw. The contents of wallet two you have to throw back into the platform. So again, they have this 50-50 rule. I don't know if it's going to be like that forever moving forward. It might be like that for a period of time. But at least as I make this video, that's how the withdrawals are being, that's the protocol with with the withdrawals from TT Global. Okay. But other than that, it is paying, it's doing its thing. Do I wish that they didn't institute that rule? For me, as you guys know, I don't like when platforms change the rules. But this one here has been out for quite a while. I think we've been in for almost a year. And it's been awesome, that whole year. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But moving forward, there is a new 50-50 rule when it comes to their withdrawals. Okay. Daisy, this platform here, I think they just posted, I think it's last 12 months they paid out 806%. Let me check my phone here. Yeah, 806% last 12 months. That's if you're compounding, of course. But the last 12 months that the Forex AI has been operating, it's paid out 806%. They've had no losing months in the last 12 months, which is pretty cool. Now, this one here, again, at some point in the future, it's going to turn into a hedge fund, and they're going to be launching in the U.S. market. From what I understand, and again, I probably should have this more down, but from my understanding is when they launch in the US, okay, there is going to be a KYC. So to offer more transparency, they're gonna require people to do a KYC. However, people do like, not how do you say the word they like to be anonymous, right? In crypto. So they're not going to change anything with people that are in the current Daisy. Okay. So people that don't want to do the KYC, they don't necessarily have to. Okay. But for people that want to do that, again, I think they're going to have the option to do that. Something to that effect. I'm going to get it more down, but that's something that's going to happen in the future. Again, if you're not in the US market, it's not going to really affect you because, you don't need to use a VPN or do anything anyway. I think it's more a concern for people that are in the US. But I believe they have that already worked out. So again, I'll do a standalone video or update for that. I want to kind of get everything right before I talk about it. But it is good news. Okay, um, at least from my perspective, it's good that they're going to be doing that. But anyway, Daisy's been out for 2 years, so this is another platform that's been paying. Again, you can average anywhere from 10 to 15 to 20% per month with the forex side. Okay, so again, if that's something that interests you, this is something you might want to take a look at. All right. Vortec, this one here, this is doing its thing. No real major updates for Vortec. I think in 3 days they have the grand opening of their Istanbul office. But this one has been paying out. This one here you make up to 9% a week. Withdrawals have been smooth. I mean, no real issues. Nothing really to update you on, other than that I am very impressed. I'm very pleased with the performance. Again, the withdrawals, they do process it on Monday, so just be aware of that. You can make a withdrawal anytime during the week, but the request will sit in the queue, and then Monday they clear out all the queue and they process all the withdrawals. Within 48 hours, you have it in your wallet. But this one has been doing great. Cool thing about this is at the end of the term of your package, you do get 80% of it back into your wallet, in your dashboard wallet, and you can withdraw it out or throw it back in. It's totally up to you, but you do get 80% of your deposit back. Okay. Anyway, that's Vortec. CMB, this is another platform that does the same thing. You do get 80% of your deposit back at the end of the term, at the end of 8 months. So this is another platform that does that as well. Just made a withdrawal. This one here, all the withdrawals that I've made have hit my wallet. Just made one this morning. And yeah, no real major issues to talk about with CMB as well. BNB Miner, this one here, you can see the contract is coming down slowly. But yeah, look at the 745 days it's been operating. I know they have a couple of other projects that they're going to be launching, like BNB Pirates. Not exactly sure what that's about. I'll probably look into it, but just wanted to give you a heads up for those of you guys that are in BNB Miner. The contract, we'll see if it has another spike, this upcoming summer. Now, last but not least, guys, let's talk a little bit about Max Spread. This one here, they just had their launch in Dubai. They had a DDoS attack. Let me pull that up. Give me 1 second. They had a DDoS attack the other day, and because of this DDoS, matter of fact, let me just read this to you. It says here, a massive cyber attack. We continue to eliminate the effects. Says here, we continue to eliminate the consequences of the massive cyber attack. So apparently there was a cyber attack. I wasn't aware of it. This website never went down. I was logged into the back office this whole time. I didn't know. I didn't realize there was a DDoS attack. But apparently this is what they're posting. Assuming that this is true, right? It says here, in recent days, the technical department of MaxSpread has been resisting the most powerful cyber attack we faced before. Attackers have tested the security of the MaxSpread technologies ecosystem before, but the intensity of the latest attack exceeded all the episodes seen before. At its peak, the DDoS attack reached 24 million login attempts per hour. Despite the highest load, we managed to defend the stable work of the ecosystem, although some features were still affected and our users had problems registering new accounts. Our tech department are now working together to assess, analyze, and address the impact of the worst cyber attack in MaxSpread technology's history. Our core value is protecting users' funds and assets. Okay, so let me just kind of cut to the meat and potatoes here. Here it is. So it says here, in this regard, user withdrawal requests will be handled in a special manner. The need for additional checks to establish the authenticity of each application, unfortunately, will lead to an imminent increase in the timing of withdrawal. So they're not saying that they're stopping withdrawals. What they're saying is it's not going to be as fast as it was, because it was pretty fast before. So we'll see what the timing is with this as we move forward. I know, people are still promoting this. There's been no major updates. I spoke to my sponsor, and they were like, well, it's going to be business as usual. We're going to continue to build. They're not stopping withdrawals. There's going to be a little bit of lag time of people getting it, and they're still continuing to build. So again, we'll see what happens here. Again, they're not saying they're stopping withdrawals. They're just saying that because they have to double check a couple of things, it might take a little bit longer than normal. So I'll give you guys an update on that as we move forward. So anyway, that's MaxSpread. Now there's again 3 platforms that I'm going to be doing updates on Telegram with. Okay, so again, that's Funds. Funds is doing well. I'll post in my Telegram the payout for today. Okay, today is Friday. Also CP. CP's been doing really well. I know a lot of people from CP are in Dominican Republic right now. They've been posting on social media pics from their yacht party. So again, it's been doing its thing, 25% a month. Again, we'll talk more about it in our Telegram. And then the sports betting platform that we just got into, that one has just been flat out exploding. Team is blowing up. There's going to be a live Zoom. They do live Zooms every evening at 8 p.m. Eastern. There's going to be one at 1 p.m. also. So I'll post that link in our Telegram if you want to plug into that and go through some Q&A and kind of see a high level overview of that platform. So that's pretty much it, guys. Lots of platforms that I'm in. A couple of them are having some withdrawal issues or withdrawal changes, but for the most part, a lot of these platforms are paying, they're performing. Got into a bunch of new ones, as you can see. Again, I'll leave all links in the link tree. You can check them all out. If you have any questions, hit me up over on Telegram or post it underneath this video. I'll do my best to answer it. But yeah, lots of stuff going on. There's never a boring day in the crypto space. That's for sure. All right, guys, that's pretty much it, guys. I know a lot of information. Sorry about that. But again, there's a lot of stuff to talk about. Follow me on Telegram, subscribe to the channel. As always, DYOR, do your own research and only put in what you can afford to lose, guys. Okay? All right, guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.